Alright guys, this video has probably been long overdue. This is a overview of my Criterion collection. And we've got, I don't know, 4 shelves, I guess, of Criterion. So let's see if I can not block the light here and show you, like a lot of people do, shelf by shelf here. Okay, we got the 400 Blows, Francois Truffaut. Damn right, Truffaut. Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole. Kirk Douglas, great movie. Most of these are great movies. Speaking of which, Amarcord, great Federico Fellini flick. The Battle of Algiers. This one I haven't seen yet. I've heard great things about it, so I need to check that out. Breaking the Waves, great Von Trier movie, or Von Trier movie. Breathless, Jean-Luc Godard, French New Wave. Great movie here, Carlos. Kind of a pseudo-documentary. It's not really a documentary, but it's made to look like a documentary. This is a documentary. Or made to look like it. It's another one that's made to look like one. Che Guevara. This is a documentary. Monterey Pop Festival. Jimi Hendrix, Mamas and the Papas, and numerous others. David Lynch's Eraserhead. By the way, these are all the ones that are kind of boxed, packaged that way. Fanny and Alexander, Ingmar Bergman. Fantastic Mr. Fox in the dual edition format, Wes Anderson. Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign Correspondent. The Freshman, Harold Lloyd, great film, silent film. Godzilla is Shiro Honda's Godzilla. It's got the U.S. and the Japanese version. I haven't watched this one either. The Great Beauty by Paolo Sorrentino. It looks like it's going to be a good movie. I just haven't watched it. It's dual format. Another dual format, A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. Good stuff there. Il Sorpasso, Dino Risi. It's an Italian road movie. Good stuff. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Love this one. Jules and Jim in the Blu-ray. King of the Hill, dual format. Great movie. Steven Soderbergh. Robert Altman's Nashville. One of my favorites, The Night of the Hunter. Charles Lawton's only directing. Elie Kazan's On the Waterfront with Marlon Brando. Great stuff. Persona, another Bergman film. Wonderful film. Picnic at Hanging Rock by Peter Weir. Great stuff there. And Red River, dual edition format there with John Wayne. Nice Western. Repo Man. There's a trilogy with Roberto Rossellini and Ingrid Bergman. 7 Samurai on Blu-ray. Sancho the Bailiff. Sweet Smell of Success. These are all Blu-rays, by the way. Tess, dual edition. Tokyo Story. Trilogy of Life. Videodrome. Backwards, I guess. Another one backwards. 3 Colors. Blue, White, and Red by Krzysztof Kieslowski. Great movies there. Y2 Mama También. Great movie. And America Lost and Found, the BBS story. So quite a few movies in this one that are all worth picking up, I think. Okay, that is the box sets on Blu-ray, at least the sort of regular size ones. I get some bigger ones later on. Now we get into the actual Blu-rays. Got 8.5. 12 Angry Men. Anatomy of a Murder. Badlands. Beauty and the Beast. Belle de Jour. The Big Chill. Black Stallion, just picked that up. Black Narcissus, beautifully filmed. Blue is the Warmest Color, haven't watched that one yet. Children of Paradise, really cool film. Not a lot of people have heard of this one, but really nice cover on it, and it's a really interesting movie, black and white. It's in French. from 1945. It's considered one of the greatest French films of all time, and no one's heard of it. Christmas Tale, haven't watched this one yet. Just got City Lights. The Complete Jean Vigo, kind of a legendary young director, never really got his due. Great documentary here in Crumb. Days of Heaven, one of the better looking transfers, I think. Diabolique. The Devil's Backbone. Don't Look Now. The Double Life of Veronique Kislavsky. Fear and Loneliness in Las Vegas. The Fisher King, haven't watched this one yet. For All Mankind, great documentary. Francis Ha, Noah Baumbach picture in the dual edition. The Game. The Game's not one of my favorites. It's a good movie, but it's one of these things that once you've seen it, I don't know how rewatchable it is. I should try to rewatch it and see. George Washington dual edition format. Thank you, Clay Singer, for pointing this one out. The Great Dictator by the great Charlie Chaplin. Great Hearts and Minds documentary by Peter Davis on the Vietnam War. This has got, I think, the most views of anything on my channel. When I said I reviewed the worst movie ever, and did Michael Cimino's Heaven's Gate. It's not the worst movie ever. I just titled it that. A lot of people say it is. It certainly bankrupted the studio, but it's not a bad movie. Akira Kurosawa's High and Low. I can't wait to watch this one. I haven't watched it. Maybe I'll watch it today. Hiroshima Mon Amour. Howard's. I haven't opened this yet. It's just one of these out of print deals, and I've just been tempted to sell it, I guess, as opposed to watching it, but I haven't done that yet. Great horror movie, The Innocents. This one I haven't watched either. Dual edition, Judax. It sounds interesting, but it's weird. It's a crime caper that I don't know. It's gonna be a bunch of stuff, I guess. I gotta watch that one. Kronico, Ghost Story. Ooh. Surprisingly underrated, I think. The Last Days of Disco. I actually enjoyed that movie quite a bit. La Dolce Vita, Federico Fellini. Just got this one. La Jetée and Sans Soleil. L'Aventura. Watched this the other day. I should do a review on it. Part 2 is La Note. It's actually sort of a trilogy. And Le Classe, another film, all by Michelangelo Antonioni. Love that name. Next, The Last Emperor, Bernardo Bertolucci. Here's Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ. This is another one that's out of print. And have I opened this one yet? No, I have not. Same kind of thing. Leon Warren Priest. He's a priest and everybody's in love with him, apparently. Comes to a small town, all the women fall in love with him. Sounds like a good movie, I just haven't watched it. I have watched this one, The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. Some have called this the greatest British movie ever made. It's a Powell and Pressburger movie, so that's no surprise. The Life of Oharu. Just because the stickers are on these, it doesn't mean I have opened this. It's just sealed in plastic, and actually, in this case, I did put the Blu-ray on the disc itself. Sometimes I put it on the plastic, depending on the substance of the disc. Charlie Chaplin's Limelight, great movie. The Long Day Closes, Terrence Davies. I recommend that one, too. I recommend most of the things on Criterion. M, Fritz Lang, Peter Lorre. Make Way for Tomorrow. It's been called the saddest movie ever made, and might be. Man Escaped. I really do love Robert Bresson. He does a lot of stuff I really like. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. I got this in a trade with, I think, Collector 1138, if I'm not mistaken. Good movie, David Bowie. A couple Chaplins here. We got Modern Times, and then one I just picked up, Monsieur Verdoux. Not Verdot. The one I just picked up, My Darling Clementine, John Ford's take on the OK Corral, Wyatt Earp and such. A Night to Remember, one of my favorites, actually. Sinking of the Titanic, what a beautiful cover. Paris, Texas, kind of sort of a road movie, in search of movie. Wim Wenders. Quadrophenia with the Who, not by the Who, but the Who music is in it. Frank Rodham is the director, but tons of extras on that one. That's if you like music, that's a great one. The Red Shoes, A Revanche. This is the last movie that I think that Janus actually put out, like produced. Guts Spielman, Revenge. The Rose with Bette Midler. And Roman Polanski's classic Rosemary's Baby. Director approved. Great flick. Gotta rewatch that one soon. Okay, still on the Blu-rays now. Come down here to Safe. Another Harold Lloyd, Safety Last. Not first, but last. Such a gift for taking it out. Hold on, let me see. There we go. The Samurai Trilogy. You know, people bitched about this one, but I think it's a good movie. They said the price on it was kind of steep, but it was, it is 3 movies. Anyway, Fellini's Satyricon, tons of extras on that. Seconds, Rock Hudson stars in that. The Seventh Seal, one of my favorites. Really kind of hooked me into the Criterion Collection originally. And I've never looked back. Solaris, Tarkovsky. Sullivan's Travels. Summer Hours. Can't wait to watch this one. I haven't seen it yet. Thief. I really like this. I saw that Logan Toxic didn't like this movie, I think. He said, but I really liked it quite a bit. I can't say it's the greatest Thief movie I've ever seen, but it's pretty good. The Thin Red Line, great war movie. I haven't seen this yet, but believe me, it's on my short list. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. Seen this many times. This is the new version, the lenticular cover. Unusual for Criterion to do this. But it's Time Bandits. I think I'm going to hold on. Someone told me to hold on to the out-of-print one. I guess I probably will. Valerie and a Week of Wonders. Watership Down. Wings of Desire. Wild Strawberries, Bergman. Yee Yee Yai Yai. Don't know. It's a great movie, though. Kind of a coming-of-age type movie. One I just got, but it's great, is Andre Gregory and Wallace Shawn's 3 films. My Dinner with Andre, Vanya on 42nd Street, and A Master Builder. So, great stuff there. Put those there like that, I guess. Then, some box sets. The Complete Jacques Tati. And The Complete Jacques Demy. And those, I think, are the Blu-rays that I have. Yeah. Those are all the Blu-rays. Let me move on to the DVDs. And I've got just about as many of those. Not quite as many, I guess. Oh, let me start up here with this one. Way up high and bring it down here. And that's Brazil on DVD. This is the 3-disc set. Real happy I have that one. Probably the first Criterion movie I ever saw. This one, the spine is kind of faded on this for some reason. I don't know what happened. I got it used. But we're talking about And God Created Woman. Brigitte Bardot. Vadim directed it. Armageddon. It gets a bad rap. I don't think it belongs on the Criterion Collection, but it's not a bad movie. And the specials on this thing are pretty nice. I actually enjoy this movie. I just don't think it's a Criterion movie. Oh, Hazard Baltazar, Robert Bresson, great stuff. Story of a donkey. Well, actually, it's a story of the people who own the donkey. Really kind of sad movie. I like sad movies. Brief Encounter. It's a love story, of course. It's an odd one. The Canterbury Tale, or A Canterbury Tale. It's interesting. Charade. This should have been a Hitchcock movie. I think this is in the public domain, if I'm not mistaken. Chasing Amy, one of the cheaper Criterions, but I like that movie. Kevin Smith. Vittorio De Sica's The Children Are Watching Us, a very sad movie. Devil and Daniel Webster, underrated, great movie. Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, out of print. The Exterminated Angel, odd film, but good one. Another underrated one is F is for Fake by Orson Welles. Forbidden Games, Rene Clement. Cool movie about death and burial. The Rolling Stones, Give Me Shelter. That's about death, too. The Grand Illusion, Spy Number 1, in case anybody ever wants to know what Spy Number 1 is. Grand Illusion by Jean Renoir. It's the first one Criterion ever put out when they started numbering the spines. Here's a great movie, Hardboiled. They used to have The Killers, too, and I sold it. Can't remember who I sold it to anymore, but I think it was a YouTuber. And, like, for a good... It's John Woo. It's a great, great movie, The Killers, and so is Hardboiled. I think I like The Killer better, but Hardboiled is good, too. Hoop Dreams, tempted to get the Blu-ray, but this one's got a better book. I don't know. Ikiru, one of my favorite Kurosawa's movies. The Ice Storm, Ang Lee, great flick. Joan of Arc by Carl Theodore Dreyer. The Killers, Ernest Hemingway. It's got 2 versions. They just came out with the Blu-ray on that too. The Killing. This is a Stanley Kubrick movie. Kiss Me Deadly. Great noir film. Great cover on that. Here's a great movie too by Fellini, La Strada. Love that movie. The Lady Eve, Barbara Stanwyck, Henry Fonda. Kind of a good old movie. Life of Brian on Criterion. Great Monty Python stuff. Coming down to the... Well, no, it's not the last. I got one more after this, believe it or not. The Leopard, or the Leopard. I never can remember how to pronounce that thing. I'm going to sit down for these. It's almost like I'm crouching or something to do these. Let me sit down. It might be a little easier. I might be out of the light, too, a little bit more. The Long Good Friday. The original Lord of the Rings, out of print now. They came out with a new one. The Lost Honor of Katharina Bloom. Another Bergman, The Magician. Mona Lisa, Neil Jordan. Man Bites Dog, great odd movie. Mouchette, another Robert Bresson movie, another sad thing. My Man Godfrey, great comedy. Michael Lay's Naked, great performance in this one. Knights of Kabiri, I always thought that was out of print, but I don't think it is. It's just really, well, maybe it is. Someone has to let me know on that one. It's a great movie, though. This one's definitely out of print. Ron, Akira Kurosawa, great color. Kind of the story of King Lear. The original Rashomon. Come out with another one, but I like this one fine. The River was just released on Blu-ray. Jean Renoir. Probably worth the Blu-ray. I don't know if I like them. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do like this movie quite a bit. It's not what I thought it was going to be. The Rock, another one that people bitch about. But The Royal Tenenbaums, great movie. This is weird. I got this one in a thin. I should write my contact at Criterion, see if I can get a regular size case for this one. I bought this thing used, and it's got this thin case. It's The Ruling Class. It's a great movie. Peter O'Toole. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Rushmore, another Wes Anderson. Of course, they own the rights to all the Wes Andersons. Underrated, one of my favorites, The Salesman, or Salesman, I should say. It's great. I'm going to watch that soon. Great documentary. Ingmar Bergman, Scene from a Marriage, both the theatrical and the television miniseries, which was the original way to see this one. Very long, but very good. The Secret of the Grain. I haven't watched it yet. Move this out of the way while I do this. It'll be a lot easier to get at these. Silence of the Lambs, out of print. Good version of it, though. Something Wild, Jonathan Demme. Good movie. Tales of Hoffman, Powell and Pressburger. I think that one's out of print. Tanner 88. This is a spoof that was done by Robert Altman and Gary Trudeau about an election in 1988, a presidential candidate. Thief of Baghdad. The original Time Bandits on DVD. Out of print now. Umberto D, another De Sica film. Love it. That's on Blu-ray also. I didn't pick it up yet, though. The Vanishing. And a lot of these I'm not not sure I'm going to upgrade. We'll see. The Wages of War. I picked this one up used. I think this one was a... I don't know, it has like these metal stripes on it. You can see there, and they also kind of they put like some sort of clear coating on it. That's weird. With the books in here and everything, so I'm not complaining. It's a cool movie. White Dog, Samuel Fuller. A Woman is a Woman. This one's way out of print. Jean-Luc Godard. World on a Wire. Oh, by the way, if anybody owns the booklet to this one, I could use it. It came without the booklet. I kind of like the booklet if someone has it. How about, hey Zeus, you must have the booklet for this. Any way you can photocopy it or something? Jumping on to, now these are ones that are boxed. You know what I mean. The Furies. I've never seen this movie, but I'm really interested. I'm going to do something on Western soon. It's by Anthony Mann. It promises to be good. I mean, it's got Barbara Stanwyck in it, and I think, Walter Houston in his final role. Legendary actor there. Get over there. We just kind of put these where all the things are facing this way. Here we go. Slacker. Richard Linklater's Slacker. Good movie. Odd movie, but good movie. Carol Reed's The Third Man, out of print, big time. This is Ugetsu. Another ghost story. Then we've got Vampire. Yojimbo Sanjuro. Then the Warped World of Koriyoshi Kurahara. It's got a bunch of films. I like this. This is the only one I own from the Eclipse series. So you've got 5 movies on this. I enjoy this. I watched one of them and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Back in there. John Cassavetes' 5 films. Pigs, Pimps, and Prostitutes. This one's out of print. Pitfall, Woman in the Dunes, and The Face of Another. I really like the cover on this one, though. It's just a fingerprint. You can see that. It's really cool. Way out of print. And, in my opinion, really good. Film trilogy by Ingmar Bergman. Through a Glass, Darkly, Winter Light, and The Silence. These all have their individual DVD cases in these. Okay, this one down here, harder to see, so I'll turn it around. Eric Romer's 6 Moral Tales. Really like this one. Kind of has a fairy tale quality to each of them, I suppose. They're all about love and morality, sex, eroticism, that type of stuff. I like all that stuff. Well, if you've watched my channel much, you know I think very highly of Bicycle Thieves by Vittorio De Sica. Just really like this movie. Simple, but powerful. Next, Dazed and Confused. Kind of like in 1976. One class is graduating, one class is coming into the high school, I guess, or coming in to be seniors, and kind of a hazing type of thing going on, sort of. The Golden Age of Television. I did trade this one with a Joel Collector 1138. So I never even knew this existed until he traded it to me, but it's really cool. Next is a documentary, and it's Grey Gardens and the Beals of Grey Gardens. If you haven't seen this, it's really worth watching. Very quirky shit going on there. Next, The Human Condition. Man, I heard about this movie. I've yet to watch the whole thing, I gotta confess. This is what I traded Joel, by the way. I had 2, don't ask me why. This is an amazing movie. It's 3 movies, really. And I think, what's the length on this thing? 574 minutes, if you can make that out. This thing doesn't focus as well as I'd like. It's not focusing as well as my iPad, but anyway, I'm using a handheld, by the way, Kodak handheld. I used to use this a lot more, but I got lazy and I like to do my stuff right from my iPad. But anyway, Human Condition, great movie. Read a lot about it. What I've seen of it has been wonderful. I just haven't finished it. It's a man who is anti-violent and then gets put into the war and everything that goes around that. Man, I wouldn't trade this for anything. The rules of the game. I know they came out with a newer, better version, but I love the blue slip cover on this thing. It's just a blue, clear slip cover, and it's really sharp looking. Rules of the game. Great comedy. The Man Who Fell to Earth, another one that's out of print. David Bowie. Yeah. They have this thick cover on this thing. Keep it nice since it is out of print. A lot of extras on it. This one has a smell of smoke to it. I've got rid of most of it, but it's tough. I had it out in the sun and everything. That's why when you see come from a smoke-free home, it means something, because this thing smells of smoke. I tried to put it next to too much other stuff because it really is a strong stench. But great movies, great book with it. Of course, that all smells like smoke, but why don't you put it up to your nose? It's gotten, used to be where I just got it near it and I could smell it, but not anymore. You know, really underrated movie by Gus Van Sant, My Own Private Idaho. Great Keanu Reeves and the late great, why can't I think of his name? River Phoenix. Look that up. Great, great movie though. Great roles for both of them. Next, a movie that I have not watched the whole thing. I have trouble with this one. Salo. Yeah, 120 Days of Sodom. It's a better movie probably than I think, but it is on the Criterion Collection. But it's going to have its challenges. Next is a movie I highly recommend if you enjoy Robert Altman, and that is Shortcuts. Just a stellar cast in this thing, and it's all these stories that seemingly don't go together all come together. Really nice. Now we jump quite a bit down to. Was that it? That's it. I made it through my entire collection in under 30 minutes. What do you know? I'm pleased that I was able to do that. That's everything I own on the Criterion Collection, guys, both Blu-rays and DVDs. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot to it. I'm not done, but I have no desire. Somebody asked me if I want the whole collection. No. I have no desire for the whole collection. I get the ones I really like or the ones I think I'll like. If I don't like it as well as I thought I would, I will oftentimes trade it or sell it. I prefer to trade, but I will sell. And that's it, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the Criterion Collection, my Criterion Collection. And if you have any questions, anything you want to have a closer look at, I'm going to be doing reviews of probably most of these, or a lot of these anyway, in the future. Just kind of grabbing one and doing a review on it. I have the Criterion wheel I could bring back, I suppose, and I may do that. All right, guys, take care. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully you enjoyed the collection, and be happy to highlight anything you'd like, as I've already said. So let me know. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe if you're not. And I promise I'll do some more Criterion things as we go along. I usually do. November's not far off, and I'm sure there'll be a haul or two from that when we get there. All right, guys, take care. Dean of DVD signing off.